Hamas has started to release hostages while the ceasefire in Gaza remains in effect, and the United States is deploying approximately 200 troops to Israel to assist in supporting and overseeing the ceasefire agreement in Gaza. Hamas has started to release hostages while the ceasefire in Gaza remains in effect, and the United States is deploying approximately 200 troops to Israel to assist in supporting and overseeing the ceasefire agreement in Gaza. Trump has declared that the conflict in Gaza has concluded as he embarks on a significant peace mission to the Middle East, and Netanyahu is urging Israel to come together as the release of hostages from Gaza is anticipated. The U.S. ambassador has ridiculed a UK minister's assertion of having a key role in the Gaza agreement, describing it as delusional.
North Korea introduces its most powerful nuclear strategic weapon with the capability to reach every part of the United States. China asserts that its newly developed naval laser surpasses the formidable U.S. Helios in defending against drones. Germany is set to permit its police force to shoot down drones. Trump envisions constructing a triumphal arch to commemorate the 250th anniversary of the United States. Johnson characterizes the proposed No Kings rally as an event that is both hate America and pro-Hamas. Hegseth reveals that Qatar will construct an Air Force facility at a U.S. base located in Idaho. 2 weeks prior, a new executive order from Trump ensures Qatar's security following an Israeli attack. In Taiwan, William Lai's commitment to help make America great again has sparked a debate within the country. Excessive screen exposure could impact young children's academic success, according to a study, while Denmark's prime minister announces plans to prohibit social media access for those under 15. New York City initiates legal action against social media firms, citing a youth mental health crisis. Additionally, California leads the way as the first state to gradually eliminate ultra-processed foods from school menus.
In the U.S., DDoS botnet Isuru blankets U.S. ISPs in record DDoS. Poland says cyber attacks on critical infrastructure rising, blames Russia. OpenAI bans suspected China-linked accounts for seeking surveillance proposals.
Australia's coal-dependent state has decided to abandon its previous plan to shut down power plants. Climate objectives are being undermined as data centers in the United States increasingly rely on coal, according to a BBC report. Renewable energy sources have surpassed coal, becoming the largest source of electricity globally. Furthermore, China has acknowledged that solar panel installations are causing irreversible alterations to desert ecosystems. Anthropic and IBM have declared a strategic alliance. Qualcomm has acquired Arduino and introduced a new Arduino board that resembles the Raspberry Pi. OpenAI's agreements related to computing have surpassed $1 trillion, elevating its valuation to $500 billion, potentially positioning it as the most valuable startup globally. Sam Altman suggests that if certain jobs are eliminated, they might not have been genuine work in the first place, according to a U.S. Senate report indicating that nearly 100 million jobs could be displaced by AI and automation. Goldman's data chief claims that although AI has exhausted its current training data, there is still more potential data to be discovered. A study reveals that managers who utilize AI to compose emails are perceived as less sincere, caring, and self-assured.
Indonesia has temporarily halted TikTok's registration process due to issues with data sharing, according to the ministry. In the United States, Apple has prohibited an application that merely stored videos documenting abuses by ICE. A man from Florida has been taken into custody on federal charges, accused of intentionally igniting what escalated into the Palisades fire. The NY Post reports that the alleged arsonist shared anti-Trump messages and attributed the wildfires to climate change. Wall Street Journal comments as follows: insurers are using cancer patients as leverage. An Indian court has instructed doctors to improve their handwriting. Furthermore, the AirPods Pro 3 have received a repairability score of 0 in an iFixit teardown, indicating they are impossible to repair. A report indicates that environmental harm is threatening the European lifestyle. Alaska experiences severe flooding that sweeps away homes, and numerous individuals are rescued from the remnants of a typhoon, as a strong nor'easter impacts the east coast. Japan records an unprecedented number of heatstroke cases during its hottest summer on record.
Melania Trump mentions that certain children affected by the conflict in Ukraine have been reunited with their families following discussions with Putin. Recent studies suggest that it might be possible to prevent peanut allergies. A growing number of Americans perceive legal sports betting as detrimental to both society and the sports industry.
Biden is receiving radiation treatment for cancer, according to a spokesperson, while Trump is reported to be in exceptional health by the White House doctor. Jimmy Kimmel expressed his desire to have Trump appear on his show, stating, "I'll ask him." Additionally, The Verge has reported that Google is preventing AI-based searches related to Trump and dementia. Furthermore, The Wall Street Journal indicates that YouTube will pay $24.5 million to resolve a lawsuit initiated by Trump.
The Washington Post reveals that Arab nations increased their collaboration with the Israeli military during the conflict in Gaza, as indicated by documents. Israel and Hamas have reached an agreement on certain elements of Trump's proposed peace plan for Gaza, which includes the release of hostages and prisoners. The Israeli cabinet has given its approval to the initial phase of a ceasefire agreement with Hamas, facilitated by the United States. Trump has described this as a long and painful nightmare coming to an end, marking a historic moment for the Middle East. World leaders from the region are set to sign the peace plan, coinciding with the release of 20 Israeli hostages. However, Netanyahu's office has announced that he will not be attending the Gaza